Sushi, we've talked about this. Just don't lick the head. Hey everyone, I am Mike of Mike and Test Play, and welcome back to Pokemon Shining Pearl. Last time what did we do? We defeated Fantina of the Hearthome City Gym and then battled. And the battle didn't go well, but importantly, we now have the ability to surf, which unlocks a few things. The first of which isn't a surf thing, it's a Pokemon Presents thing. So, earlier, there was an announcement that if you go to Mystery Gift and connect to the internet, you will find Oak's Letter gift. Now, Oak's Letter is not actually going to be relevant until the post-game. It unlocks an area that is, well, sort of just expands upon an area, really, that is only located after you've defeated the Elite Four and Champion for the first time. So, even though we now have Oak's Letter, and it's an event that you can actually see, it's a request to go to Route 224. And Route 224, over here, next to the Pokemon League. So yeah, can't do that until post-game, but you can get the letter now. It is available online now. So I just figured I'd show that off in the very first episode we recorded, after that Pokemon Presents, which was this morning. And also Gen 9! Oh my gosh, it's happening! It's not a spoiler because it's been out for a week at this point. Okay. Anywho, now that we have Surf, we have unlocked a few things. I'm not going to be covering the area to the right of Pastoria City just now, because it's literally just trainers in the water, and I don't find that as interesting. But there's a few areas that are entirely new areas where you can go that can only be done when you have Surf, and Staraptor just flew me through that building and then through these trees. So anyway, also, is it you? Yeah, you're now more relevant, thanks to the Oak's Letter. If you have already completed the game, get Oak's Letter, get the special mythical Pokemon that is associated with it as Sushi just tries to walk through this girl, then talk to this girl. It's worth your while. Trust me on that one. Now, the first and most important areas to go when you have Surf are, honestly, I like to start out here with the... I'm just going to start out here. Bibarel! His tail is through the ground, and I find that hilarious. So, the reason that I'm coming here is... do I still not have Super Repels? Or did I buy them? I feel like I bought them. There they are. How do I sort you? Yeah, let's... favorites first. Okay. Good. Now I have Super Repels favorited. Alright, so, up here is a TM for Thunderbolt. Not really all that relevant anymore. In the original game, it was, you know, could only get Thunderbolt through the Veilstone game corner, so it took a lot. But, still, free Thunderbolt TM. Never going to turn that one down. And meanwhile, on the other side here is an entire path for you to take. Right, regular repels. It's an entire path for you to take through the water here, and you can also access it from closer to the Eternal Forest. But over here is the Fuego? I think it's Fuego. Ironworks! With many berries. And, yeah, it's an entire area. Not a whole lot of interesting things here, but it's definitely worth going over. And it's it's an entire area that you haven't been before, so there's good stuff here. I'm just getting all of the berries that I will then never touch. I will use another repel because there's nothing new in this grass. There's also nothing new over here. I don't know why I checked it. I knew that. But since there's nothing new in the grass, not that there wasn't in Platinum version, but there isn't here. So it's just this area with the greatest things in Pokemon. What? Don't tell me you haven't loved those since Giovanni busted them out in the original Red and Blue version. Okay, so those just led to nowhere. But something won't lead to nowhere. It'll lead to a trainer. I work at a red-hot foundry. Watch out, I'm on fire. I mean, are you really? Because that sounds concerning. Like, if I was on fire, I wouldn't be happy about it. It'd be more... stop, drop, and rolling? I suppose. But anyway, Tank, you are back in the... I need to gain you levels spot. But now you have Ice Fang. So, in the event that we fight anything that's weak to ice, that will get used instead of just bulldozing through everything. I don't know. All I can think about is the Pokemon Presents today. I am so excited. They've done a lot of those over the years, and I usually watch them whenever I can watch them. Unless I'm working or something, then I watch them. And I've learned to temper expectations anytime, especially on Pokemon Day. They always want to do something on Pokemon Day, which today is. But then, you know, it's not like you can announce something great every single year at the same time. You know, they just put out Legends Arceus or Arceus, however you want to say it. I know that they used Arceus as the official pronunciation, but I've literally also seen Arceus used as the official pronunciation, so I don't think anyone actually knows how to pronounce that. But so I was expecting nothing, you know, I was expecting the little things, the little updates, but then when they showed the Oak's letter, I was like, that's great! You can actually get, spoilers, in the game. I mean, it's Shaman. It's Shaman. You can get Shaman. That's what Oak's letter is for. And Shaman is amazing and adorable, and I love Shaman. And you talk to that girl, and you get the Chryssidea flower, and then she turns it into Shaman Skyform, who's amazing. And that's it. That was the whole thing. That's all of it. Get a burn heal here. And then they announced, like, Arceus DLC, and I was like, well, that's really good. Oh, I just checked that on principle. I was like, that's really good. I was figuring, okay, that's what we'll get. We got updates for a lot of the other games, too. Like, Unite is getting a thing. That was a long one. You just say it's not often we get visitors here? I wonder why. Also, why is there a ironworks surrounded by a flower meadow and a forest? It doesn't seem right to me to have that so close to the peaceful flower lands and the forest that can be burnt up. Wow. That Steelix did not take much damage. Not that I'm surprised. Steelix is a tremendously physical defensive Pokemon, and even a stab super effective move is no guarantee to one-shot it. But fortunately, it can't do anything to tank either, so... Where was I going? Yeah, but then the Presents was like, oh yeah, also, at the end, we just have one more thing to show, and then it releases the most hype video I've ever seen, well, Pokemon related, and it was like, yeah! I thought it was Stadium or a Let's Go game. That's really what I thought it was. I mean, Let's Go at first, because it was like, Let's Go Johto? That sounds right. Maybe that's something they could do soon. Or then, when they started actually showing the footage, I was like, Stadium? But then, no, it wasn't Stadium. It was Gen 9. I just kind of stood with my mouth open for a couple minutes there. But anyway, back to what we're actually doing. Loopies! No hidden item here? Hey. Also, where do I go? Did I take a wrong direction here? I'm feeling as though I've done a mistake. Because I can't advance further than where I am. So is it... We gotta... Oh, that's what it is. I have to go here. And then here. That wasn't it. I am not good at these. Like, this is just something I've always known about me. I can't remember where they go exactly. And then I get very confused by that. Like, I've done this before. I mean, I've done this puzzle before many times in my life. But I did that like a minute ago. And I still didn't... Well, I came from there. And then... So I can't go that way. I can't go... That's where I just was. I can't go that way. I can't go that way. Because that just leads me into those barrels. This is the only way left. Oh, I gotta go here. Yay! I made it. I had to memorize. I know the exact ones to take in the original games in red, blue, and therefore yellow, and fire red and leaf green. Oh boy. Okay. One of these leads to the item. That, okay, bottom leads left and then up and then right and then up and then left and then up. Well, that leaves like backwards. Let's try this one then. That was not it. Okay, so that was middle. So I tried middle. So therefore, has to be top. Right? Please? Okay, top one. This goes to this guy. And that, yeah. I am getting annoyed by where the floor panels take me. There is, though, there's a straight shot here where it became famous, especially in the original Diamond and Pearl, where grinding takes so long in the original games. But if you put a Pokemon in the daycare where they gain experience points for every step that you take, then I think it's one of these where you can just continuously be pushing yourself forward. There are actually a few of them, but there's one that's the most efficient. All you would do is, like, be charging your DS, tape the controller so that it stayed down, and you would just keep running into that automatically, and it would push you back, and you would get steps. It was one of the only ways to do automated steps. So you could just leave a Pokemon in the daycare, and then have that run all night, and then you would have a level 100 Pokemon in the morning, pretty much. So, wasn't the most energy-effective way of doing things, but it raised your Pokemon's levels. And we got a Rock Incense, which lets you hatch a Bonsly. And then this, of course, is the main event. Well, hello! It's not often I get a visitor here. I tried to make the Ironworks run better with the moving floor tiles, but no one was happy about it. They said the moving floor made them dizzy. But you don't want to listen to me whine. Here's your souvenir. A Firestone! We already got another Firestone in here, but still. And then, Ironworks would be nothing if there were no iron. So I'm always thankful for nature supplying me with iron. Don't you not do it in this game? There used to be a time where he would trade you, I think it was shards, for star pieces. Or it was the other way around. Not the most convenient spot, because you have to go through all of that, but a spot nonetheless. And now, whoops, that's not the button I wanted. I'm just gonna brave it. And now, there is another area to reach with Surf right here. By just going slightly down, you can head back to the Floroma Meadow. And here... oh gosh. Where is the dowsing machine? Oh, well that's convenient. There are a lot of items in this meadow. Both non-hidden and hidden, so definitely worth pulling out your dowsing machine and going through here in the original games. In this game, with the dowsing machine being the way it is, I'm recommending this strategy. I think it's probably the fastest method. I am literally just spamming A as I run through here. And I'm picking up some items, as you can see. I'm probably going to miss an item or two along the way here. But I'm getting some of them. Good thing to check is just the paths in general. Anytime there's an end of a path, the paths through the flowers, there's a good chance that there's going to be an item there. It can also just be around the paths. So, yeah, I'm sure I'm missing quite a lot here. But there's another revive. There are a lot of items. It's worth your while to just... Oh, Hyper Potion. It's worth your while to sort of take your time through this. I mean, who knows? I might have gotten everything by now. Oh, including a Mago Berry from Sushi. Nice. Thank you, Sushi. I don't know if this is the most efficient path, but it doesn't feel like it because I'm sure I'm missing things. And I keep talking to my Pokemon. But there's a lot of good items here. Wow, a Max Potion. All right, now I feel satisfied. I say as I continue to just run through item crazed. Yeah, it's worth going there. And then you get a nice little simple path back to Floroma Town. And I really like that. I always like it when games award exploration. And that's always been one of my favorite little spots. You go to the Ironworks, and then you get the items in the meadow that you couldn't get before because you can't get to that part of the meadow before then. It's just a nice little touch, and I've always appreciated it. But that's not all we can go. That's not the only place we can go, I should say. That's not all we can go. Good language there. We can also, if I don't know, fly... Okay. We can also head down to Sand Gem Town. Because below Sand Gem Town is an area that we've seen for a while, Route 219. We've been able to go here since the start of the game, but without Surf, we haven't been able to do anything about it. And now we can do something about it. Thank you, Sushi! I thought I would have to fight them. Now, I am going to be specifically trying to avoid the trainers here. I've noticed that I'm just super over-leveled. So, any optional areas like this where I can avoid the trainers, I'm going to start doing that. For the most part, the trainers on this watery route have, you guessed it, water Pokemon. And I don't have any need to fight a bunch of water Pokemon. So, I'm avoiding them. But nice free protein right there. I did not realize that my Repel had run out. That was a bummer. And everything takes so long. Yes. We're going to run away. And we're going to spray another Repel. Because where was the little message saying that my Repel had run out? Did I just skip through it? Probably. Or did I ever spray them? Questions. But there's a whole area over here. You have items. Good items, in fact. And a little house back here. Let's go in the house and see who's home. Hello. I saw it. Today's number is 61. Show me a Pokemon that's level 61. If you can, I'll reward you. Win items for me. Black Belt powers up fighting type moves. Expert Belt powers up moves if they are super effective. Focus Sash. The bear avoids a one-hit KO if its HP is full. Black Belt is okay. Expert Belt is great. Focus Sash is even better. Those are the rewards you can get from that guy, but you have to bring him a Pokemon of that level on the same calendar date that he asks for it. Sometimes that's easy. Sometimes it's next to impossible. You decide which one it's going to be. No, from what I can tell, it is entirely random. I'll fight this one guy, because I can't avoid him, and I want to go to here. You're going to Romanus Park? It's not right that you get to go before a collector like me. I mean, you're right here. You could have just gone. Like, no one stopped you. Hey, you have a hippopotamus! And I have a hippodon. Well, am I glad I taught you Ice Fang, Tank? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Level Man is, I mean, it's pretty similar to the newspaper in Celestic... Wait, not Celestic Town. Celestian Town, there's the word. In that, sometimes it's something very easy that you can just, oh yeah, I have a Pidgey. Not a Pidgey, I have a Starly. And you can just bring him that Pokemon super easy. Sometimes it's, you know, he asks you for your rival's starter. Same thing here. Sometimes you're in the mid to upper 30s and he asks you, hey, bring me a Pokemon that's level 35. That can be easily caught at this point. And sometimes he says, bring me a Pokemon that's level 61. Could I do that today? In theory? Possibly? If I just played the rest of the adventure today and kept grinding my Pokemon, yes, I could probably get that done. Realistically, am I going to do that? No. So, it's just little things like that. But the good thing is that both of those things keep going even into the post-game. So those rewards become much easier to obtain the further into the post-game that you are. Granted, sometimes they'll still ask for a Pokemon level or a Pokemon that are not really easily obtained, but the further you go into the game, the less likely that's going to happen. And the more likely it is that you'll be able to claim the rewards, which are fairly worth it. And yeah, that's just a nice little thing. But for now... Nope, not Perna. Eldstar is finally up, because Tank finally caught up in levels-ish. But for now, Romanus Park isn't open yet. We're still setting up. Huh. Romanus Park is new to this game. I will fight this guy because I want to swing back through. People consider me an ace trainer. Let me demonstrate the skills that earn me that title. Romanus Park is new to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. This used to be the PAL Park, where you could... Basically, it was a way to transfer Pokemon from the Game Boy... Well, Game Boy Advanced era to the DS era. And since that's not really a thing anymore, they switched it up, and now it's Romanus Park. And I know a little bit about it. It's basically where you can catch a ton of legendaries in the post-game. So, gosh, a lot of post-game content today. But I'm nowhere near the post-game. I'm like halfway through the main game, maybe-ish. And, yeah, basically, after you've defeated the Elite Four, you can go there and you can get a lot of cool stuff. So, that's what that is, essentially. And a Giraffe Rig. Why did I stay in on a Giraffe Rig? Elkstar's not a good match for that. Let's just Dazzling Gleam it anyway. That was a crit? Okay. And he... Oh! Just a super effective move. Weren't you smart? Little smart. That'll do. And of course, Tank is already falling behind again. Slow experience group. Great. Oh, we get a TM for X Scissor there. That's nice. Especially if you're using a bug type. And berries. Always berries. I don't know why I never use berries. Part of it is there's just so many of them, and they're just like, eh. And most of what they do isn't all that helpful. I mean, a lot of what they do is helpful, but that means, like, figuring out which ones, and some, you know, like a Petra Berry. I'll use a Petra Berry early game. I thought I could dodge you. I don't intend to beat me. I was trying to run away from you. I didn't think you would turn this way. And a Cherim. Cherim. Anyone who's played Legends Arceus, yeah, combine the two, knows why I have an anger towards Cherim right now. They're really rare to get. I haven't gotten one yet, like, at all. Tried for hours. They're supposed to be common than that. Anywho, it's Eldstar. It's level 40. I'm going to send in a Marill. You know what, Perona? You get to shine. I've decided to no longer allow Tank to fight as much as he has been. But anyway, as you can see, one of the biggest benefits to having Surf is the ability to just go everywhere that you haven't been able to go before, most of which is just trainers for experience. Granted, if you're like me and you've been fighting most of the trainers along the way, you don't need that experience. But there is a good chance that you do, for whatever reason. Maybe you're just using a lot of slow experience gaining Pokemon. In that case, having Surf is basically where the game opens up for you. It's not totally open yet. You still don't have Strength. You still don't have Rock Climb or Waterfall. But you do have the ability to travel on water, and that opens up the majority, I would say. So there's areas like this that you just haven't been able to get to before. Yes, you do have to concede defeat. You have been defeated. And the Fuego Ironworks. And why do I keep hitting Y to open the menu on Sushi? You're up front. But anyway, now that we've shown off the surfing and kind of what you can get, basically what you can get outside of the trainers you can fight, I think that's a good place to end off. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for more Pokemon Shining Pearl version.